Everyone loves to see cheaters getting exposed in gaming. I mean, they ruin pretty much every game nowadays. Every multiplayer game. All of the shooting games, frankly. You know, if I go play COD or Apex or Tarkov or Delta Force or whatever, you're going to find cheaters in it. It's bound to happen. And actually, recently, even in Fortnite took legal action against someone cheating in their tournaments. Now, it's impressive that they were able to cheat in 800 plus tournaments. They only won about $6,000 to $7,000 in the time period of doing that. But Epic Games took them to court, won the case because they ignored Epic Games' demands and didn't show up to court. And now they owe Epic $170,000. And Epic said they're just going to give that to charity. Now, it's kind of insane. Some people defend them, saying, hey, you're ruining this kid's life over him cheating online. Hey, valuable lesson. Valuable lesson. You're ruining other people's lives by doing it. You know, especially in tournament settings where you're potentially taking money away from other people who should earn it or deserve it. That's the scummiest thing you can do. And so I wanted to do a fun video of reacting to cheaters getting caught. And it's not just Call of Duty, and it's actually not people cheating in the ways that you might think. There's some really interesting ways that people are cheating in games, especially when it comes to speed running. It seems that a lot of the clipping and cutting of runs and putting them together, yeah, you'll see. Let's get into it. So the first one we have, because I have two videos saved, is idiot streamers who got caught cheating live. This video has like 20 million views. From using aimbot, insane. That's crazy. By the way, that was on Optic Gaming. I don't know that one.
These are the dumbest streamers who
all right, that was the dude that got Jarvis. I got unbanned recently from Fortnite.
Who accidentally left his aimbot on whilst trying out for a professional esports team.
No way.
Up until this point, Elmzero had built up a respectable 3,000 Twitch followers for his impressive
it's not bad.
Legends gameplay. However, while trialing for the pro team Zenith, judges noticed that his aim was almost too impressive.
That's really not that crazy, though.
Arguably still possible without aimbot.
Oh yeah.
His next kill was significantly more suspicious.
Okay, that's a little weird. You would never pre-fire here. When it comes to people who just, to be honest, if you aimbot, it's usually easy to see. If you just wall hack, way harder to detect. If you're good at hiding it. If you're a good player, if you're a bad player in any game, it's going to be noticeable. Instantly noticeable.
Shoots through the wall as if he already knew where the enemy was.
Yeah, that's why, that's weird.
Onto the player with near perfect accuracy. Elmzero was instantly called out in a Twitter post reading, "How are people streaming cheats in Scrims LMAO?" which received a response explaining that he was known for cheating on PUBG.
One of my accounts was banned from PUBG. I was banned by the PUBG Corp for, my ban message said hacking.
Determined to expose
my ban message said hacking. That's also kind of crazy. I want to say this too. I'm going to be pausing throughout the video because I have comments on this overall. I feel, and this is opinion from seeing people cheat before, I feel like people that cheat in one game cheat in every game. They're like serial cheaters. They can't play games fair or legit. They just can't do it. Anytime they're going to go play a new game, let me get cheats for it. They just cheat in everything. And maybe you have a different take on that, but I swear, when you see people cheat in one, they cheat in everything. They never play any game legit.
Zero for good. Another clip was tweeted of him warming up for the match, in which his aim was once again robotically accurate, and with the evidence seeming conclusive, Zenith Esports would make a tweet explaining that Elmzero was not contracted with us and has been removed from our trial process, which was followed by Elmzero deleting all of his social media and disappearing from the internet.
That's like that's like a guilty. If you're gonna delete everything after the fact too and like hide from it, you're guilty on that one. Also, like I said, you can't hide it unless you are insanely good, and you can't hide. The aim hack is one thing. Wall hacking, if you're a good player, it's you can hide it for a bit, but everyone gets caught eventually, especially if you stream everything.
One was even stupider, as after going live in Destiny 2,
wait, Destiny?
Get to hide the aimbot program.
I love this. I love when people like don't know how to. I don't know how to hide it either. Obviously, there's a way because they do it, most of them, but then they mess up and then the boxes show up on stream. That's the greatest shit.
At the time, he was streaming to a small audience of only 16 people. However,
Don't care.
This was enough for one of his viewers to notice the fishy gameplay. Writing in the chat, "Is that aimbot?" On your screen, it has like red squares around them.
Nice.
Zephyr was dumb enough to
A
read the
respectable
comments out
person.
loud,
My screen has red squares around them.
and after pretending to be confused for a couple of seconds, the stream ended.
The stream
abruptly
ends?
and the footage was deleted. In the days that followed, Zephyr denied cheating and threatened to ban anyone bringing it up.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And I didn't, dude. If you want to get banned, you can keep saying that.
Yet after being pressured by the audience, Semper admitted to cheating in the weakest way possible.
There was wall hacks on my computer yesterday on stream. Like, I'm not denying that. I just don't know how they got there.
However, at least Semper eventually
Magic?
admitted to some kind of wrongdoing, as the next person blamed her cheating.
Ah, this is an epic one.
Person. The streamer in question went by the name of Miss Q Gemini, and just prior to being exposed, she'd stated that people often called her a cheater simply because she was female.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, you know, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, "You're cheating!"
However, the real reason behind why she
Yeah,
was
I can see that.
revealed itself just minutes later, as she began.
People don't like
her
thinking
CS:GO
girls are good at
game
games. Some are.
stream with wall hacks enabled.
Just like some guys.
They're mid. Mid.
To be.
After dying in the game, she'd come to notice her colossal-sized mistake and
Uh-oh.
attempted to play the whole thing off by stating that she had some weird glitch.
Do you guys ever get that that weird glitch in CS:GO where it shows your rank? That it shows everyone's rank. I played the other day with Rock, and he got that, and now I have it. I don't know why. It's weird.
Which was then followed by Miss Q Gemini, stating
It's like the most obvious wall hack ever. Like,
attempted to play the whole thing off
show it. Like, shows the health, shows the fucking character mesh, everything. And it's a weird glitch. It shows their rank. I don't see their rank anywhere. I see everything else though. Everything else besides their rank.
computer earlier that day.
Wait, Clara! Hold on. Clara!
Clara!
Wait a second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why is this on my computer right now? Where is this? How do I close this? I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. Clara, out of all people, this is what happens when you let people use your PC.
Realizing
It's like her imaginary, or maybe not an imaginary friend. Could be a real friend. Clara got on her computer, downloaded cheats, and then played Counter-Strike on her computer.
that there was no getting out of this, Miss Q Gemini began to trade all of her items to a brand new account, yet unfortunately this wouldn't stop a Twitch ban, which happened later that day.
Yeah, so Twitch actually bans you if you're streaming on games. I think Kick does as well. I'm not sure if YouTube does. TikTok doesn't. So when you see people streaming on TikTok and cheating, they don't fucking care. They don't care. TikTok doesn't give a shit. They don't stop it. That's why all the people that cheat stream on that platform.
And while it's certainly shameless to blame a friend for the hacks on your computer,
So funny.
it's not nearly as shameless as aimbotting during a professional
This is
CS:GO
crazy.
tournament, which is what would happen.
This is Forsaken,
in the case
right?
of Optic Forsaken.
Yep.
Forsaken had joined the Indian Optic Group in May 2018. and
Oh, this pissed off Hector so much. Hex, who at the time, I don't think Hex owned Optic at that point in time. He reobtained Optic, I don't know, 2020, 2021, so a couple years after. But still, like that's his team. He put his life into growing the Optic brand, and that's his team and his like child. And so for one of the players that, especially outside of his control, was picked up and accepted onto the team to represent essentially what he grew, dude, I would be livid too. I'd be so pissed. Anyways, I'll finish. This guy was cheating on LAN, and you're gonna see.
5 games played after joining, Forsaken had always placed either second or first. While many assume that Forsaken was nothing more than a very talented player, it will be after flying to a $100,000 prized professional tournament in Shanghai, China, that Optic Forsaken was exposed brutally. The tournament began with Forsaken taking large breaks in the warm-up rounds, as if he was trying to set something up on his computer in the background, yet it would only be after the main matches began that Forsaken's plays became incredibly suspicious. This first strange flick into the ground was followed by countless examples of him locking perfectly onto the enemy.
Whew, that was way too smooth for a real person.
Player, it will be with one final matchup that Forsaken's aimbot became obvious.
Oh, that was such a oh, slow it down. They slow it down? I'll slow it down if he doesn't. Yeah. There we go.
Event organizer.
Oh, that is giga obvious. Oh, I think more companies need to do what Epic did. And I mean, especially in this guy's case, sue these people. I mean, you need to get the money back that they won, first off, and donate to give it to charity even, or give it to the teams that maybe split it among the other teams that they basically scammed or screwed over. But they're taking money from other people. You know, if this team beat anybody else that could have possibly won the event prior, that's lost money for them.
Called a timeout, and officials made their way over to Forsaken's computer to figure out if he was cheating. At first, Forsaken refused access to his computer, however the officials would ignore this and look anyway, during which Forsaken kept pushing them away from his computer while he tried to delete the aimbot right in front of their faces. Despite having travelled all the way from India, Forsaken and the whole Optic team were instantly disqualified from the tournament, which became
That's
even worse
also
when Forsaken
crazy.
issued a public statement explaining that neither his team, manager, or coach had even
That's also the I was just gonna say that. What if you were a teammate of his, man? Like, oh, I'd like to think that I would probably know if one of my teammates was cheating, but not guarantee. I can't spectate them all the time. And if whatever he was using for an aim hack didn't do that at any other point where it's tracking behind objects, I would have no idea.
the faintest idea that he was hacking. The scandal eventually resulted in Optic India shutting down altogether, but Forsaken isn't the only person in this video to cheat in a professional tournament. Because during—
If you want to know what happened, by the way, to answer, they found cheats. It was in his mouse, like in his mouse software or something. And it was like just like something called aimbot exe, or not even aimbot. It was some, I forget the name of it. It was some not aimbot. It wasn't aimbot. It wasn't that obvious, but it was like in his mouse. So like, and recently there was actually somebody that tweeted out, there are people that are having Cronuses, which is a controller thing, hardwired, like soldered inside of their controller. And I'll show a video of that because you're going to find it wild as well. But let's get back into this.
a professional Fortnite tournament with a $500,000 prize.
Ooh, I don't know this
the following
one.
Scenario happened to a player by the name of Marky Locuris.
Well, actually, I do know this, I think. Why is he invincible, though?
Despite being down and finished countless times by his opponent, a glitch prevented Marky.
Yeah, this is a glitch for sure. This isn't
Whilst
him.
being revived, Marky told his teammate to keep quiet about what had happened, which was followed by the two unfairly killing the player who had downed Marky originally.
Oh.
After continuing to play normally, Marky was approached by event organizers who asked him to leave the match, yet he'd refused, stating that what had happened was a glitch and was part of the game. While he would eventually give up and leave, this prompted discussion online about whether Marky had cheated or not. I don't think he is cheating, I think he just went with it.
Yeah.
All these kids saying he wasn't cheating. He knew he wasn't taking damage and got revived, and continued the game even though he should have died. That's considered an exploit and is—
So I'm gonna actually side on the player's side. I don't think taking advantage of a glitch is necessarily cheating every time. In a tournament setting with money on the line, I would have taken the death and just left because I'm not going to try to screw over anybody else. But at the same time, I've played in Fortnite tournaments at LANs when glitches happened. And it fucked up everything. Like, not even just for me. In game 6 or game 7, whatever the final game was at Fortnite, PAX East 2000, when was I playing? 18, 19? 18 or 19. I think it was 18. It was one of the first Fortnite LANs. In the final zone, there was these anti-gravity bubbles. You can find video footage of this because it was streamed. It was the tournament. And everyone that went into it started like flying up in the air. It wasn't like, it was not anti-gravity, it was low gravity. And it was turned into like anti-gravity. Everyone was flying up in the air, couldn't do anything. It messed up everything. And what they decided to do was they would play one extra game after that fact, but that game still counted for points. And so people that took advantage of it and got kills because other people couldn't build or couldn't do anything, they kind of profited. So it's a hard thing to have, like, you know, to have happen. Like, where do you really draw the line? It's the developer's fault, not the player.
cheating. Fun fact, the first clip was actually a glitch, but he decided to abuse it.
Yeah, it wasn't-
There was
yeah,
certainly an
completely just a
argument
glitch.
Whether or not Marky's behavior constituted cheating. However, the same couldn't be said for Captain Baldy, who accidentally showed his aimbot
Warzone,
trying to
yeah.
prove that he wasn't cheating. Up to this point, Captain Baldy had built up a Warzone kill death ratio
That's actually fucking low. A 2 KD in Warzone. My Warzone KD was like 6 when I was playing.
of over 2. Yet similar to the Apex Legends player in the beginning, Captain Baldy would be called out on Twitter after locking onto an enemy who was running behind a wall. Where Captain Baldy displayed suspiciously accurate shooting.
That alone isn't like enough to say someone was cheating. It's just really weird that there could be a player there. But yeah, you couple it with other things, and I'm sure it's
As a
obvious.
result, his chat began to fill with people calling him a cheater. Determined to prove his innocence, Captain Baldy agreed to show his task manager, yet hilariously seemed to instead tap the key which brought up his cheat menu.
Task manager?
So I must not know enough about cheating, but everyone that cheats, at least that gets caught in like videos like this, they always like, oh, I'll show my task manager. There really just must not be anything there that makes it look that proves they're cheating, because they always are really willing to show it, and then they fucking up showing their cheats on stream anyway.
Yo, they want my task manager? Hold up. Control delete. Oh my god.
The chat then mocked Captain
Oh my god.
Baldy relentlessly, which was followed by a live Warzone ban later in the stream.
Good.
Disconnected from COD. No way. Banhammer.
With the Captain Baldy saga ending with the deletion of his entire Twitch channel. Getting
Yeah.
caught out checking the
I mean,
task-
most people, like I said, they can't go for very long. It's really hard to stream your gameplay in front of a bunch of people that can, especially as a viewer, you see everything, the whole screen. When you're playing games, you're focused, your eyes are bouncing around. Mini map, where I'm aiming, over, you saw movement on the right, back to the mini map, back to where I'm aiming. As a viewer, you see the whole screen. You see everything. And so when you see everything, the hacks or the cheating usually stands out.
Task manager was a trend continued by Call of Duty streamer Young.
Yes,
He didn't take
another
his
one.
expose as humbly as Captain Baldy did. Young's viewers noticed that he always seemed to know where the enemy was coming from. So just like
This
our
is Modern
last
Warfare
stream,
19.
the audience requested that he show his task manager. Now, Young wasn't dumb enough to bring up the entire cheat menu. However, after accessing the task manager,
Oh
the
my
streamer
God,
slowly bugged out
yes.
and showed a second window where his hacks could be seen clearly. After being banned from Call of Duty, Young would take to his Twitter, on which he'd make an idiotically arrogant tweet reading, "Got mad free press tonight. Over 2k views overall. Some people even posted my gameplay online. Thanks for the shoutouts, people. Really appreciate the help." Although
Idiot.
his 2,000 views worth of free press didn't contribute to the long-term growth of his career, as Young
No.
hasn't gone live on Twitch ever since. However, Young still looks like a genius in a Twisted Bear, whose Twitch description boldly claimed that
I gotta point out that all of like the shittiest cheaters are from Call of Duty. Like basically all of the worst COD, like the cheaters are all COD people. It's insane. There are so many people who cheat in COD. And I don't even know why. It makes no sense. I needed to say this really quick. It doesn't matter how good you are at games typically. Whether you are my skill level or professional, you just won the champs yesterday with optic skill level. That's the only skill level that really matters. If you are that level, then you can make money at LANs. But in terms of streaming online, there are tons of people who are that skill level that stream that don't have any views. If you're trying to build yourself as a brand or as a content creator, the entertainment side, and I'm not the best at entertaining. I'm not going to say that I am. But that's the side that matters. If you have an entertaining stream or YouTube or whatever you can do to help and give people a laugh, give them whatever they were looking for, that's what matters. Very rarely does the skill matter. And so everyone cheats, and I just don't understand why.
was the top Modern Warfare player. The reason for this claim would become apparent in July of 2020 when he'd go live displaying his
Well, he plays Search too. I feel like I would have had to have played against this guy at some point.
skills, only he completely
Unless he's
forgot
European.
that he had his wall hacks on.
Oh,
the
no.
end to Twisted Bear's career was then unbelievably quick. He was banned from Call of Duty, then Twitch, and was never heard from ever again. But this is what separates Twisted Bear from the next cheater, Mr. Golds, who made a much larger spectacle over his cheating ban.
Is this Call of
Mr.
Duty as
Golds
well?
was a much more significant figure in
Wow.
the Call of Duty community.
50, also another Call of Duty player, 50,000 followers is a lot. To get that many before getting caught.
sporting a Twitch follower count of over 50,000. During a live stream to an audience of approximately 1,700 people, Mr. Golds brought up his task manager before beginning to brag about how he was so good at Call of Duty that he didn't need to cheat.
It's also Warzone again.
Is it the first time you see someone good at the game? Have you ever seen anyone playing like me? Like seriously?
Although he didn't seem to notice that he'd also accidentally brought up his cheat menu, on which he had aim at enemies turned on. Despite having 1,800 viewers at the time, almost nobody was talking in the chat or calling him out for it.
Oh, he's
so
viewbotting
he was
then too.
probably also viewbotting. However, while the chat remained
Yeah, it's probably viewbotting too. Cool, we'll follow. This was a big thing in Twitch years and years ago. Not as popular now. I'm sure people still viewbot now. Definitely. I can guarantee people still do that. But back then, it was really obvious. There was like these very, because AIs, I guess, maybe AI is part of it now, but back then it was always like this copy paste of like this guy. Hello, let's start this thing. Cool, we'll follow. What's good? You're on type. This is like probably all robots, not real people. Very, very generic copy paste sentences.
pretty quiet. The incident was shared to Twitter, where it received over 2,000 likes and 700 retweets.
Oh, he'd be
After being
banned instantly.
temporarily banned from Call of Duty and Twitch, Mr. Golds would upload an apology video in which he'd state that he didn't mean to download the cheats.
I truly am sorry about. I didn't mean to.
What does he mean, I didn't mean to?
Yeah,
You don't
that's-
download and use cheats without meaning to. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, buddy.
Before going on to try and convince his audience that this wasn't who he was,
This is not who I am. This is really not who I am.
despite having cheated for months in
Yeah,
the lead up
right.
to his expose. These days, Mr. Gold's Twitch channel is an advertisement for big cryptocurrency giveaways from Tesla, which sounds like an even bigger scam than his wall hacks. However, a more interesting question to ponder is what happens when a game developer gets caught cheating on
His account was probably hacked or something. That seems like a typical hacker thingy. Like when your shit gets compromised or you sell it, it's just all cryptocurrency fake BS. Be careful of the other YouTuber accounts being hacked too, and like that happens all the time. Hopefully you guys are smart enough not to fall for it.
his own game. This is what happened to Autonil, the H1Z1 technical
Oh,
director,
this
who
is a
reported
mistake.
his
This is
ability
hilarious.
live on stream.
You can't see me? Oh my god, am I hidden?
Am I hidden?
Oh my god.
Yeah, judging from his reaction, he should have definitely been left on accidentally.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys.
Damn, I actually feel for the dev. You can tell he felt really bad. Poor guy, lol. However,
Yeah.
there was absolutely no accidents.
Oh, Jarvis.
Jarvis, who was given
Just
a lifetime
unbanned in
ban on
Fortnite recently.
after cheating publicly. On the 4th of November 2019, FaZe Jarvis would upload a video titled Fortnite Gave Me Aimbot, in which he'd explained that he was given hacks by an unknown person in random duos.
Something crazy actually happened. I got in a random duos game and he was telling me like he can get aimbot and everything.
And that he was going to test the hacks for his video.
This is what
Okay, you can't be given hacks to then use on your computer like this. Like, there is the hack injecting thing that happened with Apex during a live tournament. That was crazy. It might be in this. I'm not even sure. But, dude, you downloaded this shit.
happens. Look, aimbot, FOV, aimbot. I don't know what half this stuff means, but it's actually about to be lit. We're about to pop off.
Over the following 7 minutes, Jarvis lit up every single person in the lobby with his insane aimbot accuracy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Whilst explaining that he was using a new account and a new computer so he wouldn't get banned.
Obviously, I don't want to have aimbot on my main account. I had to go on a new PC. Like, I don't want to get my main PC banned.
Jarvis finished the video by once again reiterating that you shouldn't hack and that his dummy account was most certainly going to get banned.
Never use aimbot, okay? Never do it. You're gonna get banned. I'm 100% gonna get banned on this account.
Yet he probably didn't expect that Fortnite would watch
Yeah.
his video and ban every single one of his accounts permanently. In the days that followed, Jarvis
This is another example of like, dude, Fortnite, they don't mess around. At the start of the video, I showed like, they went after a dude and sued him. 170K. I mean, I give him respect for it. I think more devs should do it. It might help the situation a little bit.
would upload a new video titled "I've been banned from Fortnite, I'm sorry," in which it explained that he could no longer play the game.
I've actually been permanently banned on Fortnite for life. Recently I posted some videos of me using aimbot. It didn't even cross my mind to think that I could be banned for life on Fortnite.
If only you had better friends, they would have fucking explained that one for you. It wouldn't have taken much.
Before stating that he was extremely sorry for his actions.
Or option 2, usually if you're a big content creator in a game, I can say easily, at this point in time, he would have had some line of communication to the Epic developers, whether it's their community team or an actual developer. Be like, hey, could I do this for a video, or is this a bad idea?
You know, it's obvious that I made a massive mistake. And of course, I would never think about doing anything like this again. I know now how big of a mistake this was, and like, it's just, there's nothing I can...
The video accompanied a tweet by Jarvis reading, "I'm going to take accountability for my actions, and I understand completely why this has happened. I just wish I had known how severe the consequences were at the time, and I would have never thought about doing it. I love all of you who still support me."
Probably, I mean,
at the end.
probably just, from this, I don't know how old he was, dumb kid making dumb decision. Didn't have someone that should tell him, bad idea. I've made dumb decisions too. Not like this, but other dumb things I've done, It happens.
Jarvis did seem quite apologetic for his actions.
Usually my dumb things are just dumb for me.
Jarvis by banning any new accounts that he tried to create. The interesting thing is Jarvis's punishment was still less severe than Super Fast Jellyfish, who might have the craziest cheating story.
Super Fast Jellyfish.
Super Fast Jellyfish was a Super Mario 64 speedrunner who wanted to join the exclusive 9-person list of Super Mario players who had completed the game whilst blindfolded. In the lead up to his blindfolded attempts, Super Fast Jellyfish had been playing Super Mario 64 for 3.5 years, leading him to believe that he had enough experience to beat the game without eyesight, and apparently he was correct, as he'd successfully complete the blindfolded challenge after only 3 tries. However, his ability to complete the challenge with such ease prompted a user by the name of Charlie Brown 64 to upload a video titled "Obvious Cheater."
11 million views. This guy went in depth. I wouldn't even be able to tell you on a Super Mario speedrun what to look for. This guy probably knows the game really well.
Fakes blindfolded Super Mario 64 speedrun, in which he tears Super Fast Jellyfish's run to absolute shreds.
Only a true gamer such as this man would be able to somehow sidestep this Goomba, quickly make his way up the path, and then do this long jump to the next red, all completely blindfolded and with absolutely no setup necessary. Not only does he somehow know exactly where the 1-up box is, but he also knows exactly what direction the 1-up will go in once it spawns.
Yeah, I mean...
by RNG. Then, after chasing it on a moving platform for a completely arbitrary amount of time, he somehow knows exactly when and where to jump to the left. Watch
yeah,
now
that's
as he
wild.
knows exactly where he is on the spinning platform and knows exactly where the first pole is. Again, anyone who was actually blindfolded here would have probably just kept holding left and run off.
I would have
However,
run
this
off
guy
for
is able
sure.
to make a completely random amount of adjustments to make it onto the pole.
19 days after Charlie Brown would upload his expose, Superfast Jellyfish uploaded a bizarre apology video in which he tried to claim that the run had been faked deliberately.
That speed run was purposely fake. It was purposely fake.
Yet nobody seemed to buy any of his lies, as Superfast Jellyfish's time in the spotlight ended with a dislike ratio of over 95%.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take too much to know where where that would go wrong. How would you possibly know where certain things are while blindfolded? I would just run into shit nonstop. All right, we got one more though. We got one more. 15 gamers who got caught cheating. And again, we're starting off with Call of Duty. I swear, the COD players love to fucking cheat.
Vikkstar is pretty damn good at Warzone. So
yeah, Vic's pretty good. He's doing music nowadays. Good musician too.
Something felt kind of off. He was
I enjoy his music.
Mr. Slazy, but it felt like his skills were a little too impressive. And that's
wait, it tells the guy's gun.
On Facebook.
It even shows what.
Too impressive.
Kilo 141. Kilo tells what gun they're using.
And that's when they realized he was live on Facebook.
God damn.
He's actually streaming. He is live. And he's cheating, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is what we're going up against every lobby. Bro, he's not even trying to hide it. He's live and he's got his name in his thing.
Yeah. This guy spent weeks cheating live, but when he gets the thousands of viewers he so desperately wanted,
how can it take weeks to ban someone cheating while they have shit on screen? That's the question. Like, okay, this might also be back when like the anti-cheat wasn't very good, because this looks like Modern Warfare 19 days. But I mean, dude, your anti-cheat should pick up someone like this in like less than an hour. 30 minutes.
Oh my, and he still loses.
I mean, obviously the guy's bad. You can't lose while cheating. That's embarrassing.
And while he was showing everyone how to cheat, one YouTuber tricked their entire audience for years. Shmooey was a Guitar Hero player that people
Guitar
genuinely
Hero
thought was the best in
cheating?
the world. This was barely an opinion. It was just accepted that this guy had unrivaled talent.
How do you cheat in
There's
this?
So many world records you can hold before things turn suspicious. When Shmooey decided to take on 9 patterns of eternal pain, it looked borderline impossible to pull off. Somehow this didn't faze him. I mean, was he really that good? But that's when fans began to notice something weird. Despite all of this happening live, Windows Media Player showed up out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was like, I want to pause and look at the screen. Like, is there something weird on the screen? It all looks the exact same. Windows Media Player down here.
Yeah, pretty weird, but then viewers slowed down the video and realized his fingers weren't matching the gameplay. Okay, so maybe he just pre-recorded the insane run and then pretended to do it live on the first try. Well, what if I told you he didn't actually beat the song at all? The reason Shmooey was so good? Well, he used hacks to slow things down, beat songs super easily, and then speed them back up inside of the recording. This led fans down a massive rabbit hole as they scrambled to check all his other videos.
That's crazy. That's so much effort.
Right? Yeah, bad news.
To cheat in Guitar Hero?
Around 100 fake
A single player game and to upload video of you cheating with like 34 views. You're going to cheat for 34. That is so much effort for so little return. Why not just play what you have fun? It's a single player game.
Videos total. Now, he did make an apology for this, but eventually deleted all his videos, privated socials, and has since disappeared from the Guitar Hero community.
Shame.
And he's not the only cheater to be exposed.
Shame them.
A pro player named GMZ was playing Rainbow Six when he noticed an enemy acting super weird. The suspicious player was apparently wall hacking, and when GMZ confronted him, they got into a little argument.
You're walling your ass off. Who's walling?
So clearly this guy is now super cocky and even tells GMZ to come check his stream out. The enemy confidently hands over his Twitch username to prove his innocence, except this guy has no idea he's casting hacks.
He's typing out.
What? What?
And then he's like surprised. He's like, oh no, I was streaming my own cheats. Dude, I'm telling you, some of these people have to be fucking creatures to do this. Creatures. How can you just play it off like it's you? And it's insane. Literally mental.
Now, he was blatantly cheating, but some hackers are a lot harder to spot. Like
Mental.
in the US. This guy had a ridiculously impressive KD on Call of Duty.
Was this the guy from earlier?
It was 4.8, which is kind of insane.
By the way, 4.8 in COD is not, my KD's like a 4. That's barely higher than me. And I play Search. This is, well, Search and Rescue.
This was just the start of his journey as Austin began to stream his gameplay, trying to get more attention.
Like a ridiculous high KD in Search is like, or in multiplayer is like 5, 6, 7. You know, that's getting insane. 4 really is, that's good. That's sweaty for sure, but like not ridiculous.
Skills. I mean, fair enough. If you're that good at the game, why not show it off? Except this is when viewers began to pick up on something.
Warzone again.
Austin somehow knew exactly where enemies were coming from.
I think this is a different person than shown in the last video. It's actually crazy. There's so many Warzone cheaters. They all kind of blend together.
It's Hoppa and Caught in 4K called out Austin for wall hacking as the clips of the stream were just too good to be true. So in response, Austin quickly deleted all of his recordings from Twitch, but not before someone found a bombshell. In one of his very first streams, we could actually see him on a cheats website. He goes to his account and views the order history. My man.
Wait.
Views the order history.
Let's say 60, 100 euros. You guys, people are paying 100 euros, which for dollars, what is that, dollars? I don't know. Let's just say it's dollars, transfer 1 to 1. $100 to cheat for 90 days in Vanguard? There are people cheating in Black Ops Cold War Zombies? You're cheating in zombies. What is fucking wrong with you? Back to my earlier statement. You have to have some type of mental degradation to be cheating against zombies. What?
victory. My man literally got caught in 4K. It's moments like this that make you wonder, why do people even cheat?
Dude,
especially if you're already
that's
good
what
at
I'm
your
saying.
job like Mecharazium. Now, this streamer was already a popular speedrunner, yet he decided to throw all of that away when he got an invite to the biggest speedrunning charity event, Games Done Quick.
GDQ.
Everything was going smoothly until the donations hit a milestone. Now he had to play the Metal Gear DLC. The current record was beating the whole thing in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Pretty fast, so the last thing viewers expected was for Mecharazium to pull off this insane time.
Looks like a 6:55.
He's like, oh shit, I didn't mean it for it to be that fast.
Holy a world record. Yes, but hey, can we like not use the world record stuff, right? Because like you see, it's very misleading. And it assumes that the video that I've done here is the fastest time.
This is like a really weird explanation.
Yeah, probably the
Was this like copy pasted, like editing?
ever seen, and the chat was equally as confused. Something was really off about this, and viewers couldn't figure out why, so they went back and analyzed the speedrun. Just 1 minute into the DLC, and Mecharazium does something weird.
It's actually pretty hard to get past this grab because he has an eyes on his like.
Now, it may seem like nothing important.
I have no
happened
idea
here,
what
but
just
it's
happened.
The most revealing part of all. He scratched the back of his head while turning the camera.
Oh.
How could he be lifting his right arm while also moving the mouse? Yeah, this was pretty much impossible, and it's not like you could argue the camera was flipped. I mean, his t-shirt had the logo on it. So you're probably wondering what his explanation was for this.
Obviously, moving the mouse with my left hand was a different experience.
Now that is a good excuse, right? Well, a couple months passed, and I guess he was starting to feel super guilty because he messaged the organizers behind the event exposing everything.
Oh.
The Blade Wolf DLC run people paid for is a pre-recorded segment. I've done an actual bad thing, and I shouldn't have done this on the event. I'm sorry for doing the thing I've done. Truly. Basically, he pre-recorded the entire...
Hey, I kind of respect it. It didn't seem like he was really caught. Like, it's not hard for me to like, oh, you scratch my head and still move my mouse around and click and stuff. Like, I can use my left hand, you know, for as much time as he did. It was like, what, 1 second? So honestly, a bit of respect that he came clean and was like, hey, I'm really sorry, I fucked up.
Together the best moments of each game. His admission was a huge scandal, causing GDQ to remove any mention of his name from their channel and ban him from all future events.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Known game though is Krunker. You might have played this back.
Krunker. This was a freaking a browser game.
So
Yeah.
Super easy to hack.
Of course.
Get away with it, except for PYPY. He was out there streaming.
What is this? Some little kid just streaming on this browser game.
It was to cheat. Other players quickly picked up on this and exposed him on Reddit, where it got the attention of the last people he wanted, the developers. They wanted to embarrass him, but in a harmless way, because at the end of the day, he's just a kid. His punishment obviously included the ban, but for anyone who went to his profile, they'd see him in blood red. Yeah, I think that was enough to make him learn his lesson, because he quickly deleted his Twitch afterwards.
It is just a kid, but still.
Happened live in the middle of a huge CS:GO tournament.
What, another CS streamer?
Team property, one of the players, Emilio,
another CS cheater? Sorry.
To commentators.
Did Emilio just get back banned?
What?
Right?
What?
We'll assume that that's like some sort of error for now until we get any other confirmation. That is pretty funny.
Turns out he was actually hacking during the tournament, causing his team to be suspended. And
I never even heard of this. This is 2014. This is so long ago, but that's still funny.
Future events. Not only that, but because this was a VAC ban, it means Emilio's not allowed to qualify for a Valve-related event ever again.
Ever?
But that didn't stop him from trying. Years later, CSGO rebranded itself as
CS2.
2, and in early 2024, they hosted qualifiers to be a part of the
last year
tournament. And somehow, Emilio got into the match.
And you decided he would stream it again.
Focus, everyone. PGL Major Qualifier 3. We are live. QE, take a deep breath. And let's roll.
Now, he was pretty excited to redeem himself. The original ban was over a decade ago, and Emilio just wanted to get back into the scene with a fresh start. Except, of course, players began to
stream it.
Suspicious.
Wow.
Did you catch that? Yeah, let me show those eliminations in slow motion, and now pay attention to the hand. The gun flicks before he even moves the mouse, but I have to admit, this could have easily been webcammed.
Yeah.
While it was never confirmed that Emilio returned to cheating, one thing's
I'm gonna say that one's not a giga obvious. That could, when you're streaming, if you've ever done it before, there is always annoyances with delays. It is like when like my mouth is moving and you see me speaking, or webcam delay with your, it happens. So that really isn't that crazy to me. I'd have to see more than just one kill.
For sure he wasn't meant to be in the tournament, and it wasn't too long before Valve caught wind of this.
Diffuse.
Audio and video syncing and desyncing is weird. Game to camera syncing and desyncing is weird.
The lesson here, VAC bans absolutely suck, and don't cheat in your favorite games unless you want to ruin them for the rest
Never
of
been
your
back banned.
Or maybe you're just trying to impress your favorite
What is this,
streamer.
Jinxie watching like a clip?
Checking out one of his viewers' Rainbow Six highlights, one of them stood out amongst the rest.
Wait, this guy has a dot in his name. What's going on?
I don't know what a dot in his name means.
That guy's actually hacking on Xbox.
Okay, that's what it means. You can't do special characters on Xbox and PlayStation. So if you have a dot in your name, it means you modified it with like a PC, you know, with actual keys.
Hackers are on Xbox. No.
Now, earlier I mentioned the event Games Done Quick, but back in 2011 they were just starting out.
That's
when
funny.
They invited a special guest onto the stream. Some would say Cody Miller was a speedrunning legend, having beat Halo 2 on Legendary mode without dying in only 3 hours and 17 minutes. And let me tell you, back in 2000,
That's pretty good.
This was a ridiculous accomplishment.
It is. I played all the Halos on Legendary mode. That shit was rough. That was like an 8-hour grind for me.
Speedrunning, but now we're back to 2011 where Cody's invited to show off his skills live. Except for some strange reason, he says he's not going to use any of the speedrunning tricks.
Well, I'm not gonna use the coolant trick because you know, I just want to kill everybody.
Well, fair enough. Never mind then. So you're talking to the wrong guy if you want that wrong.
Despite being the guy who completed Halo 2 without a single death, Cody dies twice off the bat, and others start to look a little concerned. Only 26 minutes into the playthrough, and he begins to panic and get lost, realizing that Legendary difficulty is a little too hard for him.
Ooh, this is like, I'm cringing a little bit. Like, this hurts. Changes difficulty.
I hope people aren't disappointed.
Yeah, most people would rather you be able to show off than have to play it safe all the time and survive.
That was the plan.
This run was estimated to be around 2 hours, but it takes Cody over double that just to finish the game.
How long have I been doing this? Who's keeping the time? I think it's okay for not having practice, huh?
Yeah, this is quickly becoming the worst speedrun of all time, especially when Cody decides to lower the difficulty even more.
Oh my god, to normal.
In the interest of time.
Oh, that hurts my soul. This guy was just like a fraud? Or what?
I have no idea where I'm going.
Honestly, at this point, I kind of feel bad for him, and even Cody can tell they're silently judging him.
Yeah, wow, I'm really sorry.
I want Philly G-Con video for a while.
It's okay to make fun of me. Like, I'm cool with it. You know? What's that, like 4.5 hours? No.
On normal, that's like they're awkward laughing too. That hurts it pains me.
No problem, yeah.
Don't clap.
If you couldn't tell by now, Cody was a total fraud, with him being exposed for doctoring past speedruns by splicing clips together.
Yeah, that's like the common thing I feel like for speedrunning people.
In all likelihood, his 2005 record was probably fake, but I guess the real question is, why would you ever go to a live event to prove skills?
Yeah.
And he's not the only one way out of their depth. Quinn was a promising
Fortnite player
from Australia that won massive tournaments like FNCS.
Damn.
Now this would be the last person I expected to cheat, and yet in the middle of a tournament, his screen went black out of nowhere.
What? Who logged in? Who logged into my account? Wait, what? I just got logged out of my account. Hold on. I think my brother,
Spoiler alert, he wasn't logged out. He was literally banned from Fortnite. Quinn immediately uploaded a video where he was confident it was
I don't know who this guy is.
I'm like 99.9% sure I'll be unbanned. Obviously, because I never actually did anything wrong.
Well, he probably should have come clean because rumors started circulating that he was using aim hacks all along. And this is when fans began to dig up old streams where they found something weird on the desktop. In probably the dumbest way you could be exposed, Quinn literally had multiple hacking
I can't, this is too blurry for me.
And despite claiming he was only testing them in 2019,
Yeah.
he said April 2020.
Yeah, okay, listen, anyone that says they're just testing cheats, bullshit. I would love to do that for a video. First off, I'd probably get banned. Second off, I don't want to promote them. And third off, it just doesn't make sense.
Yikes. Still not as bad as the guy who got exposed by a couple of pixels. During a Vanguard competition, Shiv GTK was playing super...
Search and destroy, Vanguard, 3v2, bombs going down. Has Monty Cam going. Monty Cam's monitor cam for those that aren't in the know.
For well, but almost a little too well. Surely he's not hacking though. I mean, you can literally see his screen.
Why wouldn't he pull off, like, get off the
Tiny
bomb?
White dot that's almost impossible to see. If you squint and follow in slow motion, it's clearly an enemy coming around the corner.
What the hell? What the fuck?
You squint and follow in slow motion, it's clearly an enemy coming around the corner. Yeah, this whole time Shiv was wall hacking live using specialized software made specifically for tournaments.
That's insane.
Slows, but in the strangest turn of events, he tries to take down every other streamer with him. Yeah, I'm not joking. Shiv dropped a list of every pro.
Oh my god, I actually kind of remember this. Wait, who's IB? Not Believe, right? Can't be Believe. That's insane. Confirmed hackers from Cold War to now. Ugh, kind of sickens me just a little bit. I picked the wrong game.
Player who is supposedly using the same.
Picked the wrong game, boys.
This man picked the nuclear option. And here's a trick for all you wannabe hackers. Do not face your webcam towards your hands. So Lista was a small streamer who is top 300 in the world in Valorant, but it quickly became obvious why he was so good. Viewers noticed he was shooting enemies, but
he's never clicking.
The mouse.
Yeah, he never clicks. Look, both of his fingers are lifted off the mouse right now. Oh, that one he clicked. That one he clicked there. That one you see right there, little click.
And the absolute best part, so Lista had a hilarious explanation for this. Apparently,
He clicks with a different bind.
Now this
Okay, well, I mean, you could show your binds right away. Like, I shoot with my spacebar, show your key binds right then and there, and show that you shoot with spacebar. Otherwise, kick rocks.
became such a meme that he made it his Twitter bio, but sadly this story wasn't enough to convince the devs.
No, the devs banned him. Okay, guarantee. Guarantee at that point. Really? Really, dude? I was caught cheating and they found it true and they actually banned me? Really, dude? What kind of fucking loser says that? Really? They banned me for cheating?
To prove he wasn't cheating, I mean, that's what Young did. Viewers
Oh,
were
man.
adamant that this guy was hacking, but he had a simple solution by revealing his task manager. This displays
Oh, yeah.
every single
I'm sure that
app
works
that's open,
perfectly.
and as you can see, there are clearly no cheats. Okay, everything's good here, nothing to see, but wait a second.
Oh, we saw this one before.
Turns out,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Fans can now see a second display
Yeah.
in the corner with this version having wall hacks. Ouch.
I'll show you my task manager.
Humiliated, like when a G Fuel employee was exposed in Rust. Cursed was always pretty terrible at the game, but when he returned a few months later, he was suddenly cracked out of his mind. Now this wasn't just suspicious, it was blatant and other players started reporting him constantly. He refused to admit he was hacking before the devs finally learned the truth. Cursed was banned from Rust and he even released a public apology. But the viewers were not—
How do you cheat in Rust? I mean, sure, I'm sure it's the same way. Wall hacks, aim hacks and stuff, but like he didn't reveal it, so as someone who doesn't play Rust, I would only think that you're shooting, if you can't see me and you shoot me, yeah, like wall hack. But other than that, what's the go-to cheat?
giving, saying that he didn't even
He didn't make it look legit.
He needs to lay off the G Fuel. And by far one of the—
Let me see. He didn't make it look legit.
Now this wasn't just suspicious, it was blatant and other players started reporting—
Like, that looks normal to me. Maybe there was some worse clips that weren't on this.
game, but when he returned a few months later,
Okay, that one's like fucked. You can't see anything there.
he was suddenly Pixel.
All right.
This guy was—
Sorry.
But the viewers were not forgiving, saying that he didn't even try to make it look legit and he needs to lay off.
I feel like I gotta play Rust more to understand that perspective.
Out there is Mr. Pixel. This guy was a French streamer who came under fire back in 2020 when his ult
French
account got
streamer.
discovered by fans. Viewers realized he was rocking a 25 KD, which is basically impossible.
What is this, like his hacking testing account? 25 KD.
Unless you're a cheater. Now, of course, he denied the allegations, but didn't realize how badly he was about to get humiliated. While queuing into a match, one viewer asked him to press insert on his keyboard. He tried to cover this up, explaining how it was a glitch, but come on, buddy, we're not blind. The backlash caused Mr. Pixel to change his identity just because his fans were so angry. And those were gamers caught cheating in video games.
Change his identity. I mean, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't. You can't change your. If there's one thing that sticks with you, it's kind of your reputation. Online gaming is really hard unless you never talk much or you drastically change your voice. You don't have any webcam. People don't know what you look like at all. Then maybe it's possible. But I feel like in any case, usually someone somewhere will have seen you, and then seen you after and connect the dots. So the whole identity change, I don't think that ever works. But hey. Cheaters caught. That was pretty good. It's kind of insane how many Call of Duty ones there are. I was not ready to see that many COD people because I was kind of looking at all types of games. And I was like, well, it would be interesting to see how people cheat in speedrunning, how people cheat in Counter-Strike, how they might cheat in, I don't know, in maybe a fighting game. Apparently no one's cheating in fighting games, or they're not caught. Maybe you guys are better, sneakier. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Maybe we do this again in the future if I can find some more videos that might be fun for that. And we have a mid-season update coming in COD soon, and I'll probably try that if there's something new and fun to do. If not, we'll be back on Modern Warfare 3. All right? Thank you again. Hope you enjoyed.